Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football. Back here in Grapevine, Texas, the Marcus 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament. I'm here with the head coach of the Hebron Hawks, Coach John Towles, before his guys get going this morning. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, first off, Coach, out here in 7-on-7, we know it's not real football. The big boys aren't out here with the pads on, but there's some things you can get better at and learn from. What do you want to see out of your guys when they compete?
I just want to see our guys compete. That's always the biggest thing. When we take what we worked on during the spring football, which we really didn't have spring football. We did football skills 60 minutes a day, but we just want to see carryover. The things that you've been coached for the last 2 months in the off season, you want to see them carry over to the field. So
you guys didn't actually have formal spring workouts. You just did the athletic period. Was there, has it always been the case, or was this the first year you switched it up?
Well, this is the second year. We actually did it for the first time last year, and we pulled the extra scrimmage. So we scrimmaged Wiley East and then Duncanville. This year we'll scrimmage Walnut Grove and then Duncanville. And I just felt like 2 years ago, our first game against Jesuit felt like another scrimmage. It was really, we didn't win the game. The person who made the last mistake lost the game, and it just happened to be Jesuit. So I just felt like having another scrimmage with game-like situations to work off and correct mistakes would work better for our guys. So that's what we did, and it worked dividends because the more plays you play, the more mistakes you made, the more lessons you get to work on, and more improvement.
Do you feel like now with the UIL, relaxing some things? Before you could only do strength and conditioning. Mm-hmm. Now you're actually able in the summer to get the football out and do some skill stuff.
Right.
Because of that, do you feel like that's been a benefit for you guys and enables you to maybe not be so dead set on doing spring football?
Well, that too, because we're doing the same 60 minutes every day, Monday through Thursday, that we were doing since April 7th. So it's going to just continue, and then you're hoping that you're just honing skills and honing the details. So I think it works out great. It's awesome.
Now, look, last year you guys broke through. You went to the third round of the playoffs, had a great year, played on Thanksgiving weekend, which it's always a goal for a lot of programs. And you guys were able to take that step as a program and get back to the Thanksgiving weekend.
Right.
But now going into 2025, now because you had success last year, you have a little bit of a target on your back. People are going to be gunning for you guys. How do you talk to your kids? And what was the message about handling success, playing with expectations, and maybe not resting on your laurels so much?
Well, I think we do a good job of just understanding and focusing on that. That was last year's team. So this year's team will look different. We graduated, we were heavy seniors on defense. And so our front line, all of our defensive linemen graduated. So we're working on, making sure we have the right guys in place to win there, moving some pieces around. Thankfully, the majority of our offense returned. So the biggest piece, of course, was our quarterback, PJ Creighton, and then we had a receiver who graduated also, Sheldon Armour. So we're just looking for the next trigger man so we can go out there and, like I told him, I said, this is your first time driving a car, you got your driver's license, whatever is the best car in the world you think of, Maybach, whatever, this is what you get to go drive your first time starting quarterback as a varsity player. You know what I mean?
Now, with the quarterback position, obviously it's the most important position on the field. It's the leader. Mm-hmm. It's the guy who commands the huddle.
Right.
How's that battle going? Who are some of the guys that are competing? And I know obviously they're competing every day for that job, and they're probably going to be competing up until week one. So who are the guys that are
right now? We have three young guys. We have Trey Johnson, Brady Brock. They've been competing since they were freshmen, and then freshman, sophomore to be Dylan Hatcher. And then so we have some young guys also that are just kind of trying to show what they can do at practice during the off season. So we'll see who stands up and shows out.
As a coach, you love to have competition at the position because it makes those guys better each and every practice, right?
Oh yeah.
And then I know depth is always. I've never heard a coach say he had too much depth, especially in the trenches. With that experience coming back, does that make that transition because you got all those guys at other positions? You mentioned it's like driving a nice car.
For sure.
You mentioned that's going to ease that transition for your young quarterback, isn't it?
It does, I believe, because we'll be able to do some things, protect them better, run the ball, do some things that are helping that transition. But I think it also, on the flip side, that puts a lot of pressure on you too, because you're looking around and you're like, I got to make plays because of what we have around us. And so, as a quarterback anyway, when people want to complain about the team, they complain about the head coach, then the quarterback. When things are going well, they talk about the head coach and the quarterback. You see what I'm saying? So it's not going to be an easy spot. So we're just trying to see who comes out of the fire on top.
Now, your district, one of your district opponents is out here playing right now in Coppell. They're the defending district. They're the defending. That's live action right there. You see that your district, obviously Coppell won the district a year ago, but week in and week out, you got teams like Louisville, Marcus, Flower Mound, Geyer's in there, Braswell, a lot of talented football teams.
Yes.
Your district, top to bottom, is a very good district. How do you, week in and week out, what kind of challenges and how I guess as a coach, it gets you motivated because you're going up against the best week in and week out.
Right. That's what you said with the breakthrough. I mean, we were happy to do what we did last year, but we're still working. We have to continue to work out. There's no target on us because we have to play Louisville. We have to play Geyer. We have to play Coppell. We have to play Marcus. So our district is not easy by any means. So we have to just continue to get better week by week, and that's what we did last year. We're going to take every game and we're going to focus only on that game. We respect every opponent. We're going to work our butts off and play them the hardest we can. If we win, which is always a goal, that's what we're trying to do. But if we lose, we're going to take something back from that game and go work on it and add it to our game so that we can be prepared as the season goes by. Because at the end of the day, it's about how you finish and where you go in the playoffs. It's not about those first 4 to 5 games. You know what I mean? So when we're playing Jesuit, then South Lake, and then Lancaster, like there's a lot of things we're going to go through that are going to help us grow and help show us what direction we're going in as a team.
Let's say those non-district games are learning opportunities,
yes,
right?
Correct.
Absolutely. There he is, John Towles, head coach of the Hebron Hawks, getting ready to watch his kids compete today. Coach, appreciate your time.
I appreciate you.
Congrats on a great 2024 and good luck in 2025.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Coach.